Hi you guys, welcome back. It's Celeste and Addie here. Today we are gonna make homemade granola. So I got this recipe from a really great friend of mine, you know who you are. And it's a great base, a good foundation for your homemade granola. Then you can add some dried nuts or some dried fruit like dried cranberries, dried blueberries. You can even put some chocolate chips or M&Ms, pretzels, kind of making it into almost like a trail mix. So this is the base for the homemade granola. So I've got out my big bowl that I got again from my mom, and we used to make taco salad. It was such a big hit in my family, and it is with my little family too. So this was our taco salad bowl, which my friends in Charlotte call it the ugly salad. So we also use it for popcorn. So if you have one of these bowls, I'd love to hear what you did with your family, how you guys use this bowl. So we're gonna start out, I try to get all of my mise en place together, right? So first, hold on one second, baby girl. We are gonna put our old-fashioned oats into this. What, did you bump your head? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So go ahead and grab a spoonful of this. So you want to use the old-fashioned, not the quick and instant, right? So these are the old-fashioned oats. Perfect. One more. Let's do just a tiny bit more. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay. Perfect. Yep. And again, this base is just just that. So you can use whatever quantities you want. I will go ahead and post how much we used for this particular recipe. But I love these modular mates because they're clear, right? You can see through them. So let's say I put some cereal in here and I'm like craving for honeycombs or something, and I go back and I pick it up and it's like a scoop left, right? So now I can see exactly how much I have in my cabinet. So after our oats, we're gonna put in our cashews. So we can put peanuts, pistachios. My family, don't raise your hands, baby girl. We love cashews, so we're gonna use cashews for this one. And then I have our ground flaxseed. Do you wanna put that in too? So I got golden and then just ground it in our kind of coffee grinder. Excellent. And then we're gonna do our coconut flakes. So all of these, you don't like coconut, leave it out, right? That's the beauty of cooking, is you make it your own. Excellent. After that, we have our brown sugar. One more. Okay. Nice. Now in a separate bowl, I've got some olive oil. It is hard because I packed it in there. That's what you should do with brown sugar, is pack it in. So next we're gonna combine our liquids. So we have some olive oil. Munchkin, you wanna help me with the honey?
Oh, honey.
So
It's really honey.
It is. We love to use local honey. But you could use the store-bought stuff too. We're just really lucky that we have a lot of honey to choose from here locally. You got it? Great.
Can you have the spoon after?
Sure, you can have the spoon. Now we're gonna put in just a little bit of salt. Okay. Now, we're not gonna use that spoon. Gonna have to get a different one out. And we're gonna go ahead and put it into our granola.
Oh,
Yes.
soft now.
Yeah.
Sweet sauce.
All right, now we're gonna use my spatula. It's got salt on it, baby. Give that a stir.
Ooh, no.
So now we're just trying to coat all of the oats, the nuts, the coconut, the flaxseed, whatever we put in here, we're just trying to coat it, right? So I've already got our oven preheated to 230. Originally this recipe was 250, but I noticed that it started to brown the oats a little bit and we just want to dry it out. So every oven temperature and how it works is different. You know your oven if you cook a lot. So I turned mine down to 230, okay? Now, next we're gonna put it into the oven, but we're gonna put our Wonder sill pad. I use this all the time. So I use it for chocolate dipped strawberries. I'll get a whole rotisserie chicken and then I'll let it cool, break it up, put it on here, stick it right in the freezer. And then when it's frozen, I'll pick it up and put it into a bag and stick it right in the freezer. That way, all I have to do is just pick out the certain amount that my family will need for that night. So you can also bake cookies on here. We made chocolate chip cookies the other day, didn't we? Yeah. Also chicken wings. So the beauty of this thing is you don't have to add any additional fat. Things just come right off and it's so easy to clean. So what we're just gonna do is pour that right in.
You were just pouring it out by yourself.
I did, didn't I?
Oh, you didn't even let me do it.
Well, can you get that little bit right there?
Oh.
Get all that honey. Honey. Nice.
My honey.
My honey.
My honey.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
There's some more, yeah. So we're just gonna even it out a little bit. Please, yep, spread it out. This is gonna go into the oven for an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Now it doesn't stay in the oven the whole time. So every 15 minutes, I want you to pull it out of the oven, take your spatula and just move it around, right? We're just trying to move things around so everything gets even and nicely coated. Perfect. All right, awesome job. All right, you guys, so we're gonna put this in the oven and now we're gonna do some seeded process.
Oh, that's a smelly part.
I know it is a lot of honey. All right, sweet peas, back up for me. I'm gonna put this in the oven. Not right now, sweetheart. All right, so follow me. We're gonna come do some yoga. All right, so I have, as you can see, I just have some blocks right here on the floor. But if you don't have any blocks, you can... Sharing is caring. So what we're gonna do is, the reason I sit up onto something is that the hips are a little bit higher or almost even with the knees, and it helps me create a taller spine without working really hard at it, right? So find more ways to find ease and less effort in your life and in your practice, okay? So first what we're gonna do, I'm gonna have you sit over here just for a few minutes, okay? Please, can you please sit? Awesome, okay. So first off, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the center of my chest directly over toward my right knee and then come around, right? So I can bring my hands on top of my thighs and I'm just gonna start to move a little bit in one direction. Yeah, nice, yeah. Let's do one more. We're gonna go in the opposite direction. Yeah. So anytime you start a physical practice, you know, consult with your doctor, please. I want you to be safe.
Squished.
Squishies.
Squish.
All right, nice. Now we're gonna take a gentle twist.
Do that one more time.
Hold on, sweet peas. Sit up for me, okay? We're gonna take a gentle twist to the right. So we're gonna bring our right hand behind. Take your left arm in front. Think about lifting through the crown of the head, tall spine, and exhale and twist. You're welcome to close the eyes. Try to keep the chin in neutral here. And once again, fog up that mirror. Breathing in and out through the nose. Nice, come back to center. We're gonna go right over to the other side. So I'm gonna take my left hand behind me, my right arm in front, find a nice tall spine. You can have the hand flat, or you can use TP fingers, as I like to call them. TP fingers. And breathe. All right, just simply breathe in and simply breathe out. Come back to center. So this time we're gonna focus on the side bodies, lengthening out those sides. So bring your right hand down to the right. We're gonna reach the left arm up and over. So try to keep the left shoulder back. A lot of times it'll come forward. So if that is the case, then come out just a little bit to where you can actually round that shoulder down. And gaze can be anywhere, right? You can look down at your right hand. You can look forward, you can look up. So really keeping those sits bones pressing into the floor. Let's take one more breath. Nice, come up through center. We're gonna go right over to the other side. So left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Grounding down, bring that right hip down, right shoulder back. Breathing into the right side of your rib cage.
Hands to hands. Hand to hand.
I think we need to do a partner one, huh? Take one more breath. Nice. Come back up to center. And there you have it. Homemade granola, right? So make sure that you check it every 15 minutes, pull it out, turn it, put it back in, and check it around that hour mark. You might not need 15 minutes. Let it cool first completely before you add anything else. You don't want to have your chocolate melt. Well, you might, I don't know. But if you're adding dried fruit or nuts or additional chocolate, you want to wait till it cools for best, right? So thank you guys so much for being here. Remember, you can find your practice anywhere, just like we did in our kitchen floor. You want to say goodbye? Bye, you guys.